Hello and greetings, everyone. I am back for another edition, and have I got something for you? As you know, I love to curate fantastic videos and then add my commentary to them. And this one is perfect for these times. If you've ever been confronted with a Karen, you're going to love this video. This is the Leah Love online channel. I am a homemaker, a wife, a mother, and I've been homeschooling for over 10 years, and I've been recently red pilled, and I'm just doing my part in this era of censorship to spread the word. And I would particularly love for Black Americans and all Americans, but particularly Black Americans, to hear another voice that is conservative and that's not buying the BS of the mainstream media. So I would love for you to stick around. If you're new, definitely consider subscribing. I welcome you. And also hit that notification bell because, again, censorship is real right now. So let's get into this video. I found this video. It is a Facebook video. So yes, you're going to see streaming comments going into throughout the video. However, it's really about the main subject that I want to talk about, which is the psychology of the liberal Karen. Now, if you happen to hear kids in the background, because I'm homeschooling, I have kids on the side of me and they're both on their laptops. And so it is what it is. The message has to go on. So let me start by sharing this video by Kash Kelly, and he's a strong brother who came across a Karen, and he really let her have it. So let's get started.
Look at Karen, y'all. Look at Karen, y'all. She just came over and got all intolerant.
So to set up the scenario, which you are going to see play out over the next couple of minutes, there were a group of young conservative people who had crossed the street from their, rally to the side where the liberals, the young liberal kids were. And the conservative kids were just having a calm, cool chat with the liberal kids for about 30 minutes prior to the arrival of this Karen. And it's going to be interesting, again, as I said, the way the psychology plays out. And this is a liberal tactic that's been played time and time again, how divisive they are, how they do not want people to converse. They do not want people to be, have their minds changed. They do not want people to get an alternate information other than the narrative of the left. And so she very rudely steps in front of the kids as well as Kash Kelly, who was there with this group of youngsters. I'll probably say teens or, late teens, early 20s. And she immediately tells them they need to leave. And then she takes the time to write on the back of her sign, F Trump, and then puts that in his face. And so this is a very aggressive move from this Karen, but wait until you see how this rolls out.
Fine. And this is the problem in America. These kids was doing great, having a great talk. And then here comes the old lady, and she talking about, I need to go. She said, I need to go because, hey, don't touch me with them motherfucking trying again. You understand? I'm not none of them. I want y'all to understand that shit. All right? I'm not none of them. We were all cool until the old lady came. All right? Don't fucking touch me or you're going to find out exactly who I am. All right? It was longer. Okay. Are they going to give you a good follow-up?
And one of the things I love about that particular part in this segment is that he stood up for themselves, or for all of them, but for himself in particular. But what's interesting is that the left has been so emboldened over the past 3 or 4 months with their rioting and looting and mistreating people, talking any kind of way to people, taking their signs away, to pulling off their flags. They are really feeling emboldened right now that they have a constitutional right to infringe on other people's rights. And this man wasn't having it. And this woman is not used to it, because I always point out to you, I think that a vast majority of white liberals are actually racists in disguise. They are the new KKK. And it may sound extreme to you, and I'm sure you know some liberals who definitely are not, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you were a racist, if you were someone who felt that you have a right to control and tell black people what to do and to think and how to vote, you would definitely feel more comfortable on the left right now, on the liberal side, than you would on the conservative side. But that's if you're a free thinker. Now, if you are an average black person who doesn't listen to anything other than CNN, you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy. But for us free thinkers who've actually done some research, who've looked into these claims of these leftist activists who are pretending that they're journalists, we've done the research, we've met other conservatives, we've polled several different conservatives about their feelings on race, etc., and we found out the truth. It's you all that are being puppets once again to racist white people, and you think you're winning, but you're not.
Get a photo? Anyway, the old lady came out, told me that I gotta leave because she doesn't want me here. I had a mask on and she still came up and told me to leave. It wasn't about a mask. It wasn't about a mask. She told me because I'm a Trump supporter that I can't be over here. That's what she told me, right? Huh? That's what she said, right? That's intolerance. Anyway, I ain't got to put on shit because this is America and I do whatever the hell I want to. Alright? That's how I roll. And ain't nobody gonna make me move. Nobody gonna make me move. So, I'm gonna take my...
So the dishonesty of the most liberals that we are coming across today is that they do what they want to do with the, knee-jerk emotional reaction, and then when they get what they got and get told off, then they change tactics and say, oh, it was the mask, that's why I confronted you. But as we're going to see later on, no, it wasn't about the mask, and he said he already had a mask on. He took it off when she started her mess. And this is the woman in the white outfit. You will see later that that's the Karen. And so we see tactic number one, and I want to encourage anybody who is in a confrontation with radical leftists, understand that they go through a variety of different tactics because they just act out of emotion and brainwash blind beliefs. And then when they get caught on it, they try to roll back and backtrack. And this is why this young man is videotaping this, because should it have gone south, he would have evidence. And now that she realizes that she's being videotaped, you're going to love her future reactions to his phone.
I'm right here with my Trump pen sign. This is the problem. The old lady came over here and she switched it all the way up. The kids was doing good. They were doing fine until her. She came over here and told them because they believe politically that they can't be united. That's what she just told these kids. Because they believe different politically, they cannot be united. People like her is the problem. Karen, right here. Karen. Don't touch my motherfucking phone. Don't touch my phone. By all means, we're going to see. Yeah, back your ass up.
Oh snap, it's about to get real. So she's like an agent of the mainstream media who loves censorship. And so when she realized that he was speaking the truth, that she is divisive, that she walked over out of nowhere to try to divide children or young people on two different sides of the political, sphere who were just having a conversation with each other, she wanted to disrupt that. And then she acted a fool. And she's much older than them, but this is the totalitarian, personality and character of these radical leftists. Then when she heard him telling the truth to a huge audience, because he has a big following on his Facebook page, then what did she try to do as Miss Tolerant? She grabbed his phone and was trying to take his phone from him so that he would not continue recording her, because at this point now she's ashamed because she's been, called out. Her face is on camera. Thousands of people are watching her currently acting like a fool, and this is what she does. But fortunately, Kash has his police buddy next to him who was just out with the rallies as well, but he was in plain clothes. And so he now comes up and she's asking for his badge because she has a right to whatever, and the black man doesn't have a right to speak his mind and to have his rights protected. But she definitely needs her rights protected. So again, notice how racist these liberals are.
Back your ass up, Karen. Bye, Karen, or you going to jail, Karen. Don't touch me.
Just come and talk to me.
Yeah, just come and talk to me. That's not what I'm. That's how the left do.
Conversation is one thing. Grabbing property and people.
It just keeps getting better, right? I mean, so we have white liberal privilege feeling like she needs to come from stage left, insert herself into a situation, and tell these people that they need to leave, that they cannot have a conversation, and that they need to go back across the street. When she's called on it, she says, oh, well, I came over because you weren't wearing a mask. And he debunked that, and he said, because I've been here for 30 minutes and I've been wearing a mask. Then, now that she tries to take his phone, she's putting up a sign F Trump, and she's doing all of that because she feels within her freedom and her rights to do so. Then we have now a cop who comes over and is speaking to her about what's her rights and what is this man's rights. And he's about to tell her she has no right to tell him not to film because it's a public arena. Then when he's starting to explain this to her, now she's like, oh, can you just come over here and talk to me? Oh, now you want to talk. But when you first came up, you were rude, you were persistent, and you thought you were going to get your way. And when things are going south and you're being filmed, your ridiculousness, now you want to talk and you want to have a conversation, when that's what you should have done when you first came up.
Shout out to the police.
Sorry? You're in public. There's no law against it.
No law.
There's no law against it. There's no expectation of privacy in a public setting.
Hi, Karen. No, he's a police. He ain't got to.
In public setting, it's perfectly fine to videotape anybody.
See that?
Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what. Okay. In public, it's
nervous.
fine to videotape anybody and anything. There is no expectation of privacy, so it's fair game all the way around.
Counter protest.
So,
I don't know. I'm not sure why you're doing this.
Now you calm.
You're having fun videotaping in
Why are you so
public.
calm
I'm
now?
trying to tell you.
You've been yelling at me.
Why are you so
for a
calm
really
now?
long time.
What I'm trying to
See what I told you? I told you this is a psychological journey. So she has gone from stage A to stage B to stage C. Now she's on stage D, which is pulling the, poor woe is me Karen, status, which is he's been yelling at me for a very long time and I feel offended. And whereas she used to think that, police would come to her aid, police are no longer about that life. They're no longer about Karen's acting out in public and then they come to her rescue. Sweetie, we are not in 1960. If you act out and you on tape and this policeman's been standing back there in plain clothes and hasn't identified himself as a policeman and he's coming and giving her facts, he's not saying he's going to arrest her, but she's trying to say that she has a right not to be filmed. And he's just giving her, public statutes and laws. And then when that's not working, it's, oh, he's offending me. He's been yelling at me because of woe is me. When she was the aggressor. She was the aggressor. And I love that he filmed this because this is like a perfect case study of crazy Karens and radical liberals who have been privileged all their life and claim that they are being so, oppressed in this country. Sorry, sweetie, it didn't work out for you.
That's what governs videotaping public and private.
I'm sorry? I don't attack anybody. They just seen you try to attack me. That's not live.
Why are you over
I was talking. I was live before you came out talking with them, and they did very well. Until you came and told them that they cannot be united as Americans.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. I'm black. I talk loud. That's a
So are you serious? So now she's totally switched from the aggressor who was righteously indignant to now she's playing the woe is me. Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? What she really means is, why are you standing up like a tall, proud black individual and reading me my rights? You weren't supposed to be doing that. You were supposed to run and cower because me and my liberal, righteous indignation has come to shoo you away, and you were supposed to just run, boy. But what are you doing?
I talk. All right.
Why
Look,
are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. Why did you try to break my phone?
I didn't try to break
It's
your
live.
phone.
You're famous right now. Look.
Take your phone and
You're
delete
famous.
this. This is not fair or kind. I
was kind what you just did? Because I was over here being very kind. Ask them. They even told you. They tried to tell you. They even tried to tell you, like, yo, he's being very cool.
2020, brother.
Did they not? Did they not tell you that? That he's been very respectful. He's cool. And what did you do? You told me to leave.
I told you to go back across the street. You're over here.
And I told you no.
Counter-protesting.
And I told you I did not want to. That I was having a conversation.
Can I talk, please?
No, it's America. I don't gotta let you talk. You can talk while I talk, and I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
We can both talk at the same time and not understand each other. Because that's what you're just doing right now.
This is Trump.
This is not Trump. This is Kash pissed off because you tried to grab my phone.
Listen, you guys, it can't get any worse. Finally, she throws it out there that, oh, this is Trump. So what she really means to say is that this is a person who cannot be bamboozled. This is a person who will not allow the radical liberals to get away with their nonsense and then start in all of this PC, explaining it away and just allowing them to run ramshot all over our country. And so the fact that she's saying, oh, well, see, this is Trump. You won't let me speak. You are being too loud. Yeah, but never looking at her own behavior and her own mentality, that just might be the problem.
Trump. Why
ain't got
are
shit to
you
do with
talking
Trump.
about yourself in third person?
Look, lady, you got cats at home, don't you?
I don't.
You got cats at home. She's crazy. Karen is crazy. Oh, that's what it is. You ain't married. You ain't married, huh?
I am married.
Nah, you ain't got no ring on. And you wearing them. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, mama. You go ahead. Go over there, okay? You can go.
I'm not busy.
Well, you can stay. Stay with me. It's fine. Let's stay and let the people see you, Karen.
Biden Harris.
Biden Harris, Trump Pence. Because we are all rational adults over here. We know who's actually gonna win.
And police officers for Trump.
He's a true American.
Yeah, sure.
He's a true American.
Okay.
Biden doesn't have any law enforcement
Yes, come on.
supporting
What's up, brother? Yeah, come on.
That's the way I do my job. Everybody's treated equal.
If your picture with this, I
Can you make a picture for me?
no problem at all.
We wouldn't have a confrontation.
Thank you.
Karen's trying to grab my phone, y'all. She's trying to grab my damn phone and break it. Yeah. Literally. Told me I can't be over here because I'm a Trump supporter.
Why is he being so aggressive and you can't tell him to
I was fine for like 30 minutes.
And did you hear her? She said, why are you coming at me with all this aggression? You're just being so aggressive. Never mind her aggressive actions from the moment she came on the scene, from attempting to, take his sign, tell him to leave. Then when she got caught, then it's, oh, well, you weren't wearing a mask. Then when she got caught, oh, let me grab your phone, and then she just goes from one thing to the next to the next. But he's the one being aggressive because he's being a masculine man who is standing his ground and telling the truth. So she can't take that. Radical liberals cannot take that, which is why they do not like it when Black people wake up. Because when we wake up and we speak the truth and we stand on our truth, then you see their true colors. All of a sudden now we are being aggressive when they are the aggressors. And it's crazy what's going on in this country, but I'm so glad that people are starting to stand up, because I can imagine had this been a woman that she was aggressing, she probably would still be on her hardcore mess. But because this is a taller, man who's clearly well built and whatnot and towering over her and speaking the truth while not aggressing her, just simply tearing her down with words, now she's caving in and trying to cross the street and go about her business. Wow. So there you have it, folks. This has been extremely fun for me, a nice sip of cool tea. But at the end of the day, I love being able to expose these leftist radicals and love having them confront real American men who are going to stand their ground. This is absolutely fabulous because they cave as soon as they stand up against a person who is not going to back down. And this is what I want to share with Americans. It's time for us to stand up and not back down. They are cowards, they are bullies, and they use, counter arguments, which in other words, psyops, which is that everything they accuse you of is what they're actually doing. And they are seriously getting into a stage of psychological damage that I'm not sure it can be repaired except for the help of Jesus. So at any rate, you all, thank you for watching another video. Give this a thumbs up, a like if you can. I appreciate it. I'd love for you to subscribe. I only have about 14 more subscribers before I finally get to 1,000 subscribers. So help a girl out, y'all. Help a girl out. And definitely hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.